Enter flag football, a fast-growing, action-packed sport that's gaining momentum across the U.S. and beyond.
With the NFL behind flag football, you're going to see this thing turbocharged.
Flag football is increasingly a bigger focus for us at the NFL.
They see it as a definite top-of-the-funnel driver of talent and of interest.
We've been doing a lot more in the flag football space, right, in terms of youth activation.
Our team has hosted high school championships, not only for tackle, but for flag, boys and girls.
It's going to be in the LA 28 Olympics for both men and women.
And if you've been paying attention, I want to make sure I highlight this. Bringing this to the international stage for the Olympics in LA 28 is extremely important.
I'm so excited for flag at the Olympics.
It's going to be great.
Watching it
It's going to be great.
For my daughter to see it, and women can play flag football. It's amazing.
This is exciting, and it's so much more than just adding a new sport. Almost 50% of NFL fans are female. So how is this just happening?
Well, we've got to remember, right, we're coming to this from a very American viewpoint, but for an Olympic space, this has been a decade in the making. The International Olympic Committee didn't recognize flag football until 2013, and what it took to get in the Olympics was LA 28 proposing it. So this has been a process. Now the question will be if it hangs around after LA.
The biggest thing here is the NFL is behind this. And that means when the NFL's behind something, we're going to see and read and hear a lot about it. They see this as an incredible pipeline of interest because they see young women playing this because it's going to be a sanctioned high school sport in so many states in just a few years. It's also every NFL owners meeting they have right now. Roger Goodell stresses the growth of flag football. So it's a huge initiative for the NFL.
I would also add, there's like a merchandising thing, right? You can't just shrink it and pink it. And for many years, the NFL, to some degree, rightly, has been criticized for, oh, in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, everything's pink. But how are we otherwise serving female fans? This is a way, right, to be developing that fandom with their local NFL franchise, but then through their own love of football from participating in it.
Well, guys, we talk about the NFL's involvement in growing the sport. The Carolina Panthers have spent years expanding flag football in North Carolina and South Carolina, thanks in large part to the team's president, Christy Coleman, who is one of only 2 female presidents in the NFL. And Abe, she was an honoree at SBJ's 2024 Game Changers Award.
Yeah, she was. And Game Changers are women who work in the business of sports who have really excelled. Thought leaders, very, very innovative. I would say change agents. And here's a news flash. Working for an NFL owner, not an easy job. And at Tepper Sports and Entertainment, she oversees an NFL team and a Major League Soccer team and a world-class venue at Bank of America Stadium. That's pretty much a game changer in my book.
And on top of that, she doesn't see what all the fuss is about, which I love. Let's take a look.
So my very first role with the Carolina Panthers was controller. I came in as controller and I thought I was going to be a controller for the rest of my life. And I just, I did my job the best that I could and then just got promoted to the next thing and did that job the best I could and got promoted to the next thing and did that job as best as I could. I'm very proud to be the CEO of Tepper Sports, leading both the NFL and our MLS team. My very first NFL owners meeting, I'm with David Tepper at the table and he's like, Christy, look around this room. There's nobody in here that looks like you. You don't think about it. It's not something that I think about, but it is something I think people notice. I have to remind myself, there's so many young people, so many young women, so many young men that look at me in this role and they realize, hey, wait, I can do that. What was really interesting was the Raiders game this season. 2 NFL teams playing each other with 2 NFL female presidents for the first time. And, I didn't think that was a big deal. It's just 2 teams playing each other, who cares? But it's not a who cares moment. That was an aha, this does matter, because this hasn't happened, one, and it should happen. There's no reason there's not more women, female presidents. It just goes back to showing that there is opportunity for young people, and hopefully in not so long distant future, we'll have more games where there's more female team presidents playing against each other.